Is YouTube even going to let me post this? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I'm a little under the weather. Apologies for the voice, but the show must go on. And in fact, the show always must go on, even though all of these videos are being held back. I'm not just saying that to complain anymore. I know I'm saying it all the time, but guys, these platforms are destroying us. We are not allowed to talk anymore. It's getting so minutia that it's really scary. They're promoting mainstream outlets, but pushing down independent outlets. I don't understand. We as people should be able to make up our own decision as to what we want to follow and what we don't. And anybody who's following me or Joe Rogan, I'm sorry. We aren't experts. We're just people. We're just entertainers. We're just talking. So many people stuck at home still, just talking. A lot of them getting fed up, trying to wonder all right, well, what am I supposed to do? Is this really what I'm supposed to do? Is it really that? Or who's telling me that? Who's control of this? It's getting crazy to me where it's like, I really don't want to be this paranoid guy who's spouting theories, but my God, it's what's going on today? What is happening? So look, I want to report about this Joe Rogan one, but the reason I'm doing this is because the last video I did got held back and I'm waiting. And as someone who has to I have a lot of things I'm trying to get done and to pay the bills, jobs and things I do, I got to churn out some videos every day at a certain time to make sure they're right. And sometimes the news pushes my, schedule because I got to react to something that drops. And so I got to go quickly to report your news. And the reality is right now I can't report the news I want to report because I've been stamped limited on something that's not limited, even though they promised less yellow limited signs. YouTubers, we're working with you to make sure you can speak more about topics that we said you can't, as long as you talk about them. But no, they don't care. They throttle certain users to a point where it's getting unbearable. But look, I'm not just here to complain about it. I'm going to truck through, and I need your help. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm going to talk about this topic, but I wanted to rant a little bit at the beginning. I need your help. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell and click the videos when you see them. If you're a supporter and you want to help this channel get through this hump, hit the like, smash the comments down below, leave something. Go hit the support links in the description, my link tree. There's a million ways you can support me and any creator you're watching. If it's not me, if I'm not your favorite, fine. Whatever YouTuber you are watching, because chances are there's a couple you do, support them. Make sure you're engaging with them. Help us right now. This month more than ever, it is crushing. And we don't want to just give up. I like what I'm doing, but we got to fight back on this. Stand together, stand united. And look, I don't even know if I can do this story. That's not what this is about. This is a test. It's a test. See, can I even do this story? Did I talk enough? I don't know. Is just talking about YouTube itself going to make me stamped limited? You tell me, audience. Did you get ads? Now, the reason I asked that is not monetarily. Of course, I need the money as well. We're doing this for a job. This is part of my job. I need the income. YouTube pays me for clicks and for views, right? And you guys pay me through support as subscribers and members. But the reality is if we are limited, then the video is limited. It's not shared as much. Do you think YouTube shares videos that are limited, that they can't put as many ads on? Or do you think they share content that they can put a lot of ads on? You tell me do you think they oh no, your video is going to be fine. You're still out there. We're not. Come on. Come on. I know what it is, so I can't release stuff until it's green check mark go. You're approved. You can have ads on your video. Now, I still have an uphill battle to get these videos out, but at least I know I'm not, tied at the ankles before I upload a video to you guys. So just know it's a struggle for us creators right now. People at a higher threshold than I are sort of getting through this okay, but I was at a good threshold. Like, all right, cool, this is working. And over the past couple months, they've just stopped supporting and sharing. And I don't know what to do. So I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep being honest with you. Again, it's not complaints. It's just updating you and what's going on and why this is a problem. And it's going to affect so many more people as you guys continue. Everyone. I had a friend who sent me a picture. I had a friend who sent me a picture on Instagram. I'm going off on a tangent. They sent me this picture. And I can't show you the picture because it has his information on it. Literally nothing wrong with this picture, and it was deemed false information. There's literally nothing with the picture. It just says, I don't want to give his private information out. Nothing's with the picture, and it's false information. You guys are going to start seeing it more and more on these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google. I don't know what we're doing, what we're going to do, but it's out of hand. So the fact that I potentially can't even talk about this story without it being limited because I'm not an expert, when the reality is I'm not asking anyone to listen to me. I'm offering commentary on people out there. And in fact, I'm advising people to not listen to Joe Rogan for medical advice. Look, this story is so stupid to me. He's an entertainer and he's a podcaster. And Joe Rogan was out there telling his massive audience that healthy people shouldn't, get the thing. He's allowed to have his opinion. The reality is other people have that opinion too. Do I agree with that opinion? It's none of your damn business. What are we as a society where you have to, we're allowed to think certain things and we're allowed to do what we want to do until that's demanded, we're allowed to do it. Now, I've gotten my vaccine. You could judge me all you want. I got them both. And I'm happy I did it. I have no issue with it. But you don't see me shaming everybody who's not and getting all in there and getting, look, do I want to give it to my kids? I don't know. I don't have to right now because it's not required. Is it going to be required? Is that what we're getting to? Is this going to become a yearly thing? Is it actually helping? I don't know anymore. It's not my place to tell you what to do. Do your own homework and do what you think is right. And listen to the experts that are actual experts that have degrees and listen to them. Don't listen to me. But we're allowed to goddamn talk about it. I'm so sick that we can't talk about it without being judged or shamed or whatever. And Joe Rogan's allowed to talk about it. Joe Rogan's allowed to have his opinion. And you know who else is? Fauci. Okay, good for you. He made a response. He dismissed it. He said it's not right. And the reason he said it's not right, which I think is valuable, is he said you're being selfish. And if you don't do it, you don't realize you could still have it. And you could be spreading it without knowing it. And that's why we need everyone to be on a united front. And honestly, I agree. Who cares? Who cares? But some people do. What am I going to do? Force them and tell them that they're monsters because they're nervous and they don't know and they don't necessarily trust everybody because they're the evil people? What kind of society is this? It's terrifying. And so Joe, to his credit, made it clear, look, I'm not against it. And if you listen to his original clip, he was never against it. He was against a specific type of people getting it. And did they need to get it? And I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so don't quote me. I don't know if he's right or wrong. I mean, I don't see Fauci denying that he's wrong. Fauci instead pointed out the fact, well, it's good that everybody does it. But he's not denying what Joe said. Notice, he didn't deny what Joe said. And that's the biggest problem of here. Like, am I allowed to talk about this? Am I going to get canceled again for having questions of like, well, do healthy people really do they? Are we allowed to have this discussion? Or no, we're not allowed to have a discussion anymore. No, do what you're told. They're telling you to do it. Just take it. I don't know, man. Look, I think we should. Personally, if you're asking me, nobody did. Is the thing. Nobody asked me. You didn't ask me. You're watching the video. But I'm happy to share my feelings. I don't hide my feelings. Yeah, I think we should. Who cares? I like it. Bill Burr's called out Joe the best of like, hey, neither of us are like, we're not friggin' doctors. Just do it and shut up. Like, Bill Burr was spot on and called him out, and Joe laughed. And he's right, because Joe's not a doctor. Neither is Bill. Neither am I. None of us are. Fauci is. Fauci at least has a little more expert, And so I listen to him a little bit more. But at the same time, he said things too that have been confusing. So look, I understand why people are confused. So what are we doing here? I don't know anymore. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about on this platform. It's not getting delivered to you. Right now, this topic is something that I think is actually fascinating and I want to talk about it, but even I feel like I'm nervous to talk about it for two reasons. I can't say certain words on this platform anymore because I'm not allowed, because I'm immediately, nope, can't say that. In fact, me saying this, I think, is now in the algorithm that you can't talk about, that you can't say things. It's getting that crazy. And two, even this topic is so polarizing right now. And people are being so, calling out and shaming people for not doing it. And I really think in the end of the day, in history, there will be a little bit of, this wasn't done right. There were a lot of problems, and there was a lot of misinformation from experts too, because no one knew. And instead, we were all supposed to just be like, nope, we're all. Look, I think there's going to be a lot of intel, and at the same time, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are being ignorant and selfish and stupid and should have just. Well, come on, for the greater good, let's all unite. That's where I am. I'm not going to fight this, but this is a free country, and it's a tough thing. And yeah, we're going to disagree a lot, but we can either decide to say they're the enemy and F them, or we can try to be like, all right, well, look, I can't control everybody. I can't. So what can I do? Well, we can have honest conversations. We can try to have a conversation civilly and discuss why it's important. And you know what? Maybe that conversation will affect somebody in the right way. And maybe it won't. But they would have been out of my control anyway, right? That's what's so problematic in society today. The cancel culture with me and everything. Still, people won't engage with me because they don't want to have the conversation, because they refuse to listen. That's just the problem I've learned with society right now. And I can't stand someone who's refusing to listen. Now, I'll refuse to listen to somebody if I know they just hate me and they have no interest in having the conversation and they're just against me. Look, I'll try to talk to anybody, and I've done it. I've talked to my enemies. I'm not afraid to do it. But I just choose to erase that and mute that energy from my life right now because it's just not helpful. You can't change people's minds. Now, people have disagreements. Sometimes you can. And usually when you talk to them in person, I've had this. I've had haters on Twitter and in my comments, and I'll bring them on the show. And when we have a conversation together on the show, we usually find some common ground because we're talking face to face, even though it's Zoom, but we're talking to each other. We have to look at each other. And my God, no one's doing it anymore. No one wants to talk to anybody on their side. And it's scary because just because Joe Rogan has his opinion, does that mean he's a monster? So because he has a platform, he can't talk to his opinion? Is that so I can't either? Am I going to get judged? We're all just judging everybody for doing their job and just talking and entertaining people? It's crazy the world we live in right now. And then on top of that, add to that, the platforms are also like, well, you can't say this, you can't say that. Well, you're not you're not an authoritative news source, so we don't trust you. You're out of here. No. We're not punishing you. We're not punishing you. It's crazy. It is crazy what's happening right now, and it's frustrating. That's what my rant's about. It's like I don't know what the solution is. Who knows what the solution is? How do we solve this? To me, the solution is just let's be honest. Let me just tell you what's going on when there's problems. Let's so you guys know, and hopefully we can unite and get more together and unite more the supporters who at least we agree and see eye to eye, or people who at least maybe don't even agree with me, but respect the fact that, you know what? Yeah, we got to have more conversations. That's what I want to grow here. I don't want it to just be a bunch of yes men supporting me. I don't want an audience either that's just like I'm just banning people. I want an audience that we can talk to each other civilly and we're not talking shit about each other. That's what I don't like when people are talking shit about my friends. I will defend my friends. Friends are important in this world right now, and I think too many people online lose that. They don't understand that friends are important to have, and standing by friends, even when friends mess up, is actually a good quality. You don't have to be so precious to not be able to stand up for a friend. Even if you think a friend's doing something wrong, even if the friend did something wrong, sometimes there's something about loyalty and friendship to the ones that are closest to you to make sure you support it. You know what I mean? Like support them. So you know you don't have to worry about them turning your back on you too. This whole society, we're all just eating up the drama, turning on each other, and you're saying this and I'm shaming you for that, and why are you doing this and why are you over there? Oh my God, I want my head explode. It's crazy. I guess I just needed to unload. So we didn't have Hugging the Cactus therapy talk this week. So this week, we'll do it next Wednesday. Every other Wednesday, we do it over in Hugging the Cactus. I'll put a link to see the Cactus logo at the end of this video. You can click over, subscribe there. Set the alerts there as well, because we're going to start streaming. Because I just want to talk more to people. People are having trouble. We're all having trouble. Let's stop being mean to each other. Let's stop judging each other. We don't have to agree to each other. We don't have to like each other. I get it. I've come to that realization in my own therapy and stuff. I wanted a lot of people to like me, and I know that that's never. You got to let that go, and it takes work, and you got to learn, and that's what education, conversations, it all helps. So all of you who've made it this far, oh my God, 13-minute video that just went on a spiral because I couldn't post a video today, and I thought, well, let's talk about this, but can I even post? You know what? Let's just talk. I'm so grateful that you made it this far. Thank you, for real, right now. You made it this far in a 13-minute video listening to me, and you care that much. I genuinely can't believe it. Thank you. Thank you for letting me have that and helping me see the positive of like, wow, there are people who are doing that, even if it's 100 people. Guys, thank you for that. It's amazing. I imagine you've already done this, but if you haven't and you've gotten to this point, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, help build this community. Let's try to help each other. Let's have these dialogues. Smash the like button. I know I say this a lot. Leave the comment, but that's what's required for the YouTube algorithm, because if my subscribers don't share, it doesn't get out, and then I get nothing, and they stop you if they sense, well, this guy's not okay. It's not that, and plus he's talking about these things which you don't like. So just put him about that threshold. He'll do fine. He'll keep doing it, which is what we do because that's what YouTube just. Thank you, sir. May I have another. But guys, those of you who have been supporting me, and I know so many of you that do. Thank you. It means the most to me. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for getting through this. What are your thoughts on this? Suggestions, solutions? What can we do? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the other video that I hope gets approved soon, and I'll give it to you when it does. In the meanwhile, check out these videos, subscribe, and don't forget, hit the Cactus too. Support over there every other Wednesday. We got Nerd Therapy. It's good.